Hi everyone. So this time around we're back again on the LAND9JA. We did a little giveaway over the weekend where we told people to bring in their suggestions that we're gonna be giving out 25,000 for the best suggestions. So that was after the last episode where I complained bitterly of being like being short in ideas on what to do. So I wanted this website to just be like google.com. We all know what google.com is. You just it's pretty straightforward on google.com. All you have to do is to just search for whatever you're looking for. You can just see a few things here. So practically I want it to be the search engine when it comes to properties, and I want to keep it as simple as APC. I've had a whole lot of experience in creating algorithms, machine learning. Like I've done AI quite some times, and I'm good at writing algorithms. And I just feel the best thing I can do is to start writing algorithms around, properties. So I'm going to be listing out all the things that I've learned from lots of people, and then we're going to like reward people would reward, would also call out notable mentions. Okay, I'm going to start with this guy called Jason. Okay, so I think for the featured properties, I think for the featured property section, to solve the location problem, people should have the option to manually put in their location, and those three spots should be paid. So the highest three bidders from a location should have access to those spots for a limited time. So what he was trying to say is on these featured properties, maybe we could have somewhere where people would put featured properties. As they choose location, you put like a location here, and then to show the three featured properties. So that is his own, and then those three featured properties should be, paid for. That means people should pay for it, and they should bid for it, like not a fixed price. They should bid for it, and I think that's nice because we'll be able to raise a whole lot of revenue there. And I think it's something we'd want to be bidding like daily if possible. Well, bidding daily would actually be a problem. So I think practically I would want it to be weekly. So once you win the bid, you'll be on the top spot for the rest of the week. But the only problem I think would likely have is what people who will be here would be usually people who want to sell properties. So that is one problem I think we'll be having. As someone who has studied machine learning and AI, I know after a period of time, real human beings, which is their persona, they would stop looking here, especially when they know all they do here is to sell property. So, featured properties, is it just properties? Remember, we still have services. Okay, um, that is a very big question. But let's just proceed. He said the content on the homepage should mostly be boosted posts, so people would want to advertise and be featured. Okay, okay, so people would want to advertise, and the three featured posts being the highest paid spot. The listing option on the top nav, I think this should contain buy, rent, or sell. So this should be buy, rent, sell. Okay. Then the right after the listing option, which is this property, should should come. Okay, there should be an option which is advertise. The top nav doesn't need to be crowded. So these and the contact us page should be everything at the top. So just this one, and the contact us page. It made sense because we also have very few things on Google. Okay. Um. Okay, that's one. So and I said, wow. We said yes, sir. There are ways you can also search for properties in various locations. Just by changing it. So he now sent more. He said, I think you mentioned putting it next to the rent and sell option on the home page, but I think they are on different categories. So it would work best on the top nav before advertise option I spoke of. Okay, so I think buy, if we put something like buy, all the kind of properties you can buy, rent, all the kind of properties you can rent, sell, properties you can sell, it won't really do well because we have create a listing. I think I would prefer create a listing is nice, or yeah, create a listing or post a property stroke service better, or create, I don't know, yeah, post a property stroke service. There is actually a login and a register, but why I create things, I always have this mentality that not everyone understands things and people are so impatient. So that's actually a problem. Okay, so it can be at the top of okay, it can then have a drop down of agents, plumbers and the rest. And this would help minimal. Okay, next to the rent. I hate to object this. It might seem like I'm chasing a personal interest, but if featured includes high rated houses that has been posted a while back, it might bring issues such as which houses to select, as many houses posted during the time frame can be rated on a level of comparable to each other. I think he's talking about algorithm. So him talking about the highest bidder, I think I'll go with the highest bidder because logically the highest bidder would um it would make more sense. Anyone who is so serious in selling their property and this is a distress sale, they can bid and have themselves on the front page. I think virtually every company has this option of coming to the front page if you would want to. Okay, the logo being at the bottom is a good option for some individuals who are not internet savvy. This might be confusing to them as some people need proper directions to navigate the internet. Um, okay, I don't understand that one. I still maintain that listing should contain just rent, buy or sell. In each of these individual pages would be a filter, and in rent there should also be a filter. Okay, so I think what he basically means is we should just have maybe um buy, rent, and sell. Okay, buy, rent, and sell. So, in as much as we want to make this a search engine, we definitely know that if people okay, first of all, anything we're doing here, we're basically just repeating it here. And honestly, I learned something from lots of experience that less is more. Meaning, most times you have to keep it as simple as anything. There's no need repeating things. You don't have to start programming things over and over again. So let's say, for instance, um, this listings over here. I think I would just want to go with. I would just want to go with. I would want to leave the search engine, and I would want to go with login stroke register and post property stroke service. Yes, I'll post property stroke service or create listing. This create listing is actually the nice word to use, but then we have people who don't know much about anything. So making user experience, which is UI, or easy to use user interface simply means your website is easily used without going through lots of tutorials and all that. So if you put lots of things here, okay, let's say we put buy for instance, we put rent for instance or buy bungalow, blah 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 blah, every single one of them. You click on them, and then they will now open a property for you here with search engine. This is nice. With filters, this is nice. But where there's a problem as well is the fact that you would still be able to do this here. In fact, this one here would give you better results than having to go through search engines here. So this simply means that you're repeating the same thing. So what I think I would just basically do is allow login stroke register. Okay, contact, create listing. Okay, I think that's basically and maybe home to bring it back to the home page. That's just basically I think what I might want to, because since it's a search engine, you already have the search there, and I don't think there's any need. And as for these featured properties, I'm sorry for every single person who has made inputs, but getting to really think about it as well, if people are they bidding for Nigeria as a whole? The real truth is no real advertiser would want to build out of that geographic area except they're trying to build for a business. So if I actually want to sell my property and I'm currently right now in Ikoyi, I wouldn't want to build the whole bid for a spot in the whole Nigeria because um even if I could, I still feel if people outside Ikoyi get to see, or if people outside searching for Ikoyi get to see my property, it might not really convert. So I might take off these featured properties and make it that the featured properties will be based on the location. So let's say if I choose Lagos, for instance, I could see people who are bidding for the whole Lagos as a whole, and people who want to just bid for a particular local government or a particular section of Lagos, like the Aja axis, Ikeja axis, Motion axis. So you could actually bid there. So even if I bid for the whole Lagos and I got my spot on the whole Lagos, it will only be seen if somebody just chooses Lagos on their location. But once the person chooses Motion or Aja, the search engine will now start looking for people who are on that Lagos Aja and bring them on a featured spot. So that way there is less on this front page. Because I might be coming here to get an electrician, I might be coming here to rent a house, and I know for sure from my years of AI that getting to work with normal human brain, if we let the featured spot roll, it's going to be more of big properties. People from Banana Island, people from Ikoyi, people from Asukoro, people from high end areas will always want to come here. And in as much as it's going to be sound nice that they're always at the front page, but I think most people will still want to be on the front page. That's the realistic truth. So instead of we to do this, I think we could just have people who would still want to bid on the front page if they would want to. We could still let them, but it would no longer be featured properties. It would be featured based on the states, because having a featured property, yeah, I wouldn't want to have more than one featured property in one location. So I wouldn't want to have Lagos on top featured properties. Um, it now looks a bit biased. Instead, I would want to have a featured property from each state, getting. Okay, let me explain what I mean. So, showing you this template now would make it make more sense to you. So, let me just walk you through it. On this original template from, these people, which is Team Forest. I don't know why I can't access this page again. Okay, fine, it's loading. So on this their original template, I want you to see something. Miami, I think California. That's how they did it. So you just watch what I think might be the best. Because the aim is to be like the Google in properties, and we would want to do the opposite of what everybody's doing. So we're gonna be going through the whole suggestions everyone has been saying. We're gonna give someone 25,000 or multiple people 25,000 today, but we want to come to reasonable consideration on our next move. I'm really very happy and grateful it's an open source project. I would also want to make the codes available so anyone can come build it up too, and show it back to me. But just that if it's an open source, you should also know that there is no financial gain. Out of my own will, I could decide to reward you, but I'm not saying if you download it and you improve it, I will pay you any X or any certain amount. No. Okay, back now. Featured properties in these cities. So this is featured properties on like in Miami, featured properties here, featured properties here, featured properties here. So I wouldn't want to use this hand-picked items because I don't really, it will really be a problem sorting this out. If we do it to the highest bidders, it will really be nice. And if I'm really selfish, I think I would go for it. Having, oh yes, let people pay, let them be on the number one page. But I want my platform to be extremely effective. Everybody goes to Google for ads because they have their way of making things effective. Facebook was effective a long time ago before. I don't know how they start doing their ads now, but I would want it to be effective. So if we remove these featured properties and we'll put featured properties in this city, and then we'll put Abuja, Lagos, Owerri, Port Harcourt, or Port Harcourt, Abuja, Lagos, Owerri, and then Owerri could change once in a while. Maybe Port Harcourt could change once in a while. It could be Ibadan after a while. It could be, we could just have like two that would be interchanging like this too. But Abuja and Lagos would be fixed, okay. And then we would now have like featured properties will now be Did they click? Okay, there was nothing to click. Click doesn't work. But when you now click on the featured properties on these cities, it should now show you like, let's say we can have like 10 slots on each of them. So this person in Lagos could, or in Abuja could, there could be 10 slots available in Abuja, 10 slots in Port Harcourt, 10 in Owerri, and 10 in Abuja, or 10 in Abuja, 10 in Lagos, 10 in Port Harcourt, 10 in Owerri. So you get the point. So when you click on this, it takes you there. So this other featured properties don't think it's necessary anymore. The four major cities in Nigeria, I think is a go for me. Why you should choose us? So at this point, it's becoming a search engine and not just a website where a company uploads their real estate properties for sale. So why you should choose us shouldn't really be here, but then because we're still coming up, I could just let this stay. Testimonials should really have a testimonial here. I don't really feel, I think the best testimonial is words of the mouth. And if you still post testimonials here and someone comes here, they don't see their property, I don't think they'll return back. So I think the best testimonial right now should be the ones people would tell. So we should make sure the website doesn't really contain much. It should contain little but provide one hell of a solution. So we're gonna be taking out testimonial out, articles and tips. I think this one is extremely my go-to. I would love it, especially articles and tips. What to look out for when you're buying a property, bedroom. Five essential steps for buying investment property. Our partners. So I'm supposed to take this call. I'll call you. I'll call you soon. I'll call you back. So for our partners, I think being a search engine, Google has, for instance, lots of partners. If they decide to mention their partners here, you probably sleep on this page because there'll be hundreds of them. So I don't really think there's any need posting our top end partners here. Like I said, we're no longer um a platform where people would, or where we're partnering with people. Like the company obviously is a real estate company, LAND9JA Limited. We're registered as a real estate company, we handle constructions, we have properties we listed and all that. But the website is a tool for people to be able to post properties, list properties, meet people who offer property services. So it's not gonna be smart having if our partners, because we'll have a whole lot of them. Okay. Become a real estate agent, become a LAND9JA member, or become a LAND9JA agent. Yeah, I think I'll prefer a LAND9JA agent. We only work with the best companies around the globe. I think join us and start and join us join LAND9JA today and market your service or property, maybe something like that. Okay, I'm not saying I know it all. You guys can always give me more feedback, but this one I think would have to reduce it. Okay, so he did a good job. I'm gonna be telling him hello because I would like to talk to him. I'm really impressed. He took out his time. So this is episode one on getting to preview. I will make another episode two, so we can keep talking about this and till we'll make a definite um position on what we're gonna do. Remember, what we're doing is life changing. We're making something unique, something that hasn't been done. We're creating something we all Nigerians will be proud of. Something that would solve a whole lot of problems, that would help people in the real estate field. So see you on episode two. We'll talk more about this and make our final decisions.